Hi, this is an introduction to this video. I did a little something slightly different. You might not care. But with this video, the first part of the video is the beginning, the part that I did from memory about this video, like just stream of consciousness. And then the second two parts, which you might not see because I don't know how to do annotations on this. My stepson has not had a chance. I haven't given him a chance to teach me how to do annotations. Anyway, there are two parts after that where I actually researched and got the specific information about what I talked about from my memory. You can give your comments below if you have the time to watch the whole thing and compare. Maybe I'll give a tiny little snippet in between so that you know the transition. But basically, the first part is about, how many minutes? I don't know, like 5 minutes or so. And then it's me going by my memory of what I'm talking about. And I start out with an intro of like kind of what I think I'm going to talk about, but I don't really say it yet. You know how I am. And then I go into what I do talk about, which is my intro distraction from having to talk about my real life. Which is good that I'm not actually talking about it, by the way. And then I'll do a little snippet in between there so you can see. I'll tape that right after this one. Tape, you know, tape. Still use these words. Something in between there, and then you'll see the part that I did after I did my research and I know the words that I'm talking about. So, I don't know. Give me your opinion about what you think. I know a lot of people that actually comment on some of my videos anyway. They aren't very helpful at all. I sometimes publish what they say, even though it's very hurtful. I'm very negative and very like bullying because sometimes I publish those things anyway, just because it's there. Who knows? Just let it be there, you know? But I do hold all comments for approval because there are some people that are very, very, you know, they track me down, they knew who I am, and they like say my name and they'll do stuff. So I have to hold everything for approval. You understand? A lot of people that I know, I'm not anonymous, and a lot of people that I actually know who know my actual name, which is Jerusha, by the way. But they know everything about me, and they could like, who knows? Who cares? Anyway, I don't really like it to be in type because I just don't appreciate that. I mean, I would rather if people didn't use my name typed out because then people can search me, and I really would prefer to keep my life, like professional and YouTube life, somewhat separate, even though, of course, it's going to come together at some point. But I just would prefer that. So I don't like my name to be typed out because, you know, I'm Saunter Scamper on my YouTube channel. Everyone has a job. Most people have a job, and a lot of people don't really want, if they have a YouTube channel, a lot of people don't really necessarily want their YouTube persona to be part of their job persona, even if they work for themselves. I mean, kudos if you have a job that you can do that with. But for me, I need to stay somewhat professional in my job, and because my clients would like anonymity, they would like to not know that much about me. So anyway, for me to have a life that I would like to have professionally, the kind that would help my clients feel most comfortable, I need to kind of keep it from being completely merged. It's not the end of the world if it doesn't happen, if people do find out, you know, who I am both places. But I just think that with the kind of work that I do, it's better. People really don't want to know all that much about me in the work that I do. It's just how it is. It's just how it is. Just trust me on that. So anyway, I think I have the right to have a life and have a creative life, which this is part of my creative life, by the way. So long intro, way too long, right? Over 4 minutes. I might have to cut that down. But it's just giving you an intro to these two portions of my way too long YouTube video. I'm comparing it to other vloggers here on YouTube. So anyway, I'm letting you see it because I want you to comment, of course. I love comments. Love comments. So please feel free to comment with your constructive criticism, as usual. All right, enjoy. Hi, it's Jerusha, and I'm making this video because I wanted to explain something to you. I wanted to share something about what I'm going through right now, and you see I have a new set that I'm recording in. It's a new place that I have, and this is my new, well, it's not new, it's actually from Germany. This is from 2013. Bought it in August 2013. This is a stein, actually, from the Black Forest in Germany, and got it in a gift shop. Let me see, where was it made? That would be interesting to know, huh? It was Bavaria. What? Qualitat, okay. Mueller Porcelain.de. That means a German website. So, okay. In German, I believe it says porcelain manufacturer Mueller, and then a number, and then FLOSS. Like I really need to tell you that. Anyway, this is awesome. It's a porcelain beer stein that I bought when I was on my honeymoon in 2013 in Germany. I am dreading the day that I break this, because this is porcelain. And I don't know how genuine a beer stein is if it's made out of porcelain, because I know a lot are made out of metal. But I was somewhat selective, because there are a lot of beer steins that you can get at gift shops in Germany, as well as here in the United States in like German restaurants or delis. I've seen them. You can get lots of sizes. So this is a basic size, probably at least 20 ounces size. Anyway, I like it a lot, and I'm trying to use it more. So you'll see it in some of my videos. This, wow, I get off topic really well, don't I? This woman's hat is something that you learn about if you go to a certain part of the Black Forest in Germany. There's only 1 or 2 small towns in the Black Forest where women wear this kind of hat. And the color also matters. The red versus another color, and I don't remember, I think it might be black, means that it's a fashion hat, and it's something that you see a lot of things with this hat on it, and it's a specific fashion from the specific small towns in Germany, in the Black Forest part of Germany, which it's a huge area, but still not even a quarter of Germany is the Black Forest. And this hat was worn, I believe the red was worn by a woman who was not yet married, and I believe the black might have been worn by a woman who was married, but I'm not sure. And so it means something specific, like just their outfits and things like that. And then what it says here, it's basic German, something like from the Black Forest. Gruß aus dem Schwarzwald. Schwarzwald is Black Forest. Schwarz is black. Wald, or W-A-L-D, is forest. And then aus dem is of the. And then Gruß, G-R-U-S-S. That's S-S. That looks like a B. It's S-S in German. Groß means large, I believe, but I think there's another word for it, and I feel like I'm really showing my ignorance here of German. I've learned German so many different years and still not gotten very far. And then this specific kind of house with this specific type of thatched roof is very specific to the Black Forest. There's a name for it even. I believe I got this at a specific, like a historic farm where they took apart buildings that were going to be torn down, that were really old, and they would take them apart and bring them to this historic farm, and they would put them back together. And they did that on this farm. I don't know the name. I can look it up, but I don't know the name. But that is where I bought this beer stein. It's really comfortable, and it's got a great like thick base, so I'm not gonna like knock it over. So it's way better than any coffee mug. You can drink large beverages out of it, you know, like I will right now. All right. All right, so you just watched the first part of this video, and now next is going to be the second two parts of this video that are me having researched what I spoke about in this first part here from memory. Well, this next two parts is actually like after I did some research on my iPhone on Safari, got some actual words specific, and if you got this far through the video, if you feel like it, you can watch the second two parts. There's one part, and then I'll do a little tiny snippet between the next part, and you'll know. All right. Hi, it's Jerusha. Today is Thursday, January 11th, 2017. I am here with you in my new set. Somewhat new, and I had a few things I want to talk about, but I'm not sure what I'm going to talk about as usual. We'll see how this goes. We'll see where it goes. I wanted to show you this. I have had this in a few of my recent videos. It is a beer stein that I got in the Black Forest in a gift shop in Germany in 2013, and it says Gruß aus dem Schwarzwald, which means greetings from the Black Forest. And the woman's hat here is a pom-pom hat. It's also called a Bullenhut, pom-pom hat, and it is was only worn as a folk costume in a couple different towns, small towns in the Black Forest of Germany. Up until maybe the 1900s, sometimes they still wear them. Red wool pom-poms for unmarried women and black for married women. And this was only worn in one of a couple different towns in the Black Forest. And the main one is Gutach in the Black Forest. And it is a very small town. There is an open air museum there right now. This is another picture of it, and I have some links I'll show you below. But this is a woman wearing it in modern day times. They are made out of wool, and it's a village of Gutach. There's an open air museum where they take apart old buildings, like old farm buildings or whatever, in the various parts of the region of Germany, Black Forest. And then they put them back together on this open air farm. And this is one of the types of houses that they have there on that little open air farm. It's like a museum, outdoor museum. And there's another building that they have there. So, folk costume. If you've never been to Germany, you've never been to Black Forest in Germany, well, yes, it's a touristy place, but also it's very small. Like all the towns in Germany, in the Black Forest, are all very, very small villages. Even the most touristy of them that you can buy all the cuckoo clocks you want that are probably cheaply made in some other country, just like this. Says it's made in Bavaria, sort of. It doesn't really say made in, so it's like from Bavaria, but I'm pretty sure it's probably made in another country. It's very expensive to buy things in Germany, period. Especially if it was made in Germany. It's like to have something made in Germany, it's more expensive than it is to be buying something made in the United States. So Germany has a very high standard of living, or what you have to pay people for like making things. And so it's even more so than here in the United States. And so this was probably made in China or some other country, maybe in, I don't know, Hungary. Don't quote me on that. I don't really know if that's like a place that people work for cheaper. But Anyway, so this is a mug that I really love a lot, even though it probably wasn't really made in the Black Forest at all in Germany, but it does remind me of where I got it. I looked around a lot when I was in Germany for 2 weeks in 2013. I looked around a lot to see which kind of beer stein I was going to get and what was the most practical, because they're not all like this. A lot of them are pewter or some kind of metal that you probably wouldn't use and wouldn't like hold up that well. But I'm scared I'm going to break this. So, anyway, I did get this at the gift shop at Gutach, the open air museum in Germany and in the Black Forest. So even though a lot of the Black Forest is very touristy, still it's very small. And the people that live there, not many. So there's lots of tour bus and stuff and things like that, but it is still a very small region. Not that many people live there, not that many houses in the Black Forest, and it is like when you drive through the Black Forest, it's like driving up huge mountains and down the other side, and then you'll see a village and like some things to do or go to, but it's really not much. So even though it's touristy, there's not a lot there. There are not a lot of buildings, and it's not highly populated even now today. All right, so you just watched the second part of this video. First part from Jerusha's memory. Second part from researching on Safari about specifics. And now this next part that you will watch, which is a continuation of my research on Safari, if you care. Now, when I say that it's not very large, I don't mean that the Black Forest itself isn't very large. I mean that the little villages in the Black Forest are not very large. There you go. Okay, so the area, okay, the whole thing is Germany, right there. The whole area is, the whole thing that's like in green there on my screen is Germany, but the part in the southwest corner is the Black Forest that's outlined right there. Okay, so Black Forest is kind of large. I don't know how large Germany is compared to states in the United States, but the Black Forest is pretty large, and it's in the southwest corner, a southwest corner of Germany, right north of the Switzerland border, Swiss border. My ancestors actually come from the Black Forest in Germany. The state here for the Black Forest is Baden, B-A-D-E-N, which means Bath, I believe, hyphen Württemberg, W-U-R-T-E-N-B-U-R-G or B-E-R-G. So my family ancestors come from there, from like the 1700s, early 1700s, come from there, and let's see, the closest town or closest city is Offenburg, which isn't a very large city, and Freiburg is there, and it's a town. It's on the like west side of the Black Forest. So the reason I went there to Germany, especially the Black Forest part of Germany, because I didn't go everywhere in Germany, went to the Black Forest and went a little bit north of there, is because I had known, or from my research, that my family came from the Black Forest in Germany, and also south of there, I believe my family lived in Switzerland at some point, maybe even on their way to migrating to the United States, emigrating to the United States of America in the early 1700s. So we believe they're originally from the Germany, from what is now Germany, but that they did go to northern Switzerland at some point before they came to the United States. So, long story. But I guess it's better for me to talk about this than it is for me to talk about what's going on in my life right now. So that's why I'm talking to you about the Black Forest of Germany. Also because I wanted to explain this mug, which you will see me drinking out of probably a lot. I think it's beautiful. And it's also great because it holds a whole lot of beverage. It holds like at least 20 ounces. And I really hope I don't break it. I'm afraid I might break it. I'm thinking that I probably will break it. Because I'm kind of klutzy, somewhat. And I really get attached to things. So I'm going to keep it on this really stable surface here. And try to be careful with it. I'm not putting it through the dishwasher. even though I'm not sure. I think this is painted on fairly well, but I just can never trust things in the dishwasher when it comes to something I care a lot about. So